Wednesday, February 26th. I wound up taking the day off yesterday on Tuesday. We have services on Friday and Saturday here. So just wanted to make sure I was getting the day off in and get rested up. Normally, I hear from my mother when I don't post a daily devotional because she's worried that something is wrong. And she didn't text me or anything. So now I'm worried and the vicious cycle continues on the way. So we're finishing up today, Psalm 31, just as a reminder. So it's in the 5th verse that we have, into your hands, O Lord, I commit my spirit. James Mays did a neat bit on that because that ultimately became the prayer of numerous Christians as they were preparing for their own departure, for their own death. There's another bit from Mays that I'll share with you today. The second section we did was really just this expression of anguish, of pain, and you really kind of got into the guts of that. We end in a very positive section within the psalm. So we'll start with NRSV, and then we'll give you a little bit of Mays. Oh, how abundant is your goodness that you have laid up for those who fear you, and accomplished for those who take refuge in you, in the sight of everyone. In the shelter of your presence, you hide them from human plots. You hold them safe under your shelter from contentious tongues. Blessed be the Lord, for he has wondrously shown his steadfast love to me when I was beset as a city under siege. I said in my alarm, I am driven far from your sight, but you heard my supplications when I cried out to you for help. Love the Lord, all you his saints. The Lord preserves the faithful, but abundantly repays the one who acts haughtily. Be strong and let your heart take courage, all you who wait for the Lord. Now, one other pause, and I can't remember if we talked about this in the daily devotional time, but I had an interesting text question last week about fear of the Lord, and what does that mean? So the challenge for us in modern society is normally when we think of fear, it's a fairly negative connotation, most likely because it is utilizing intimidation as a form of control. That's not what we're talking about with God. So I have heard fear best described as reverential awe. So ultimately, when we hear that phrase, fear of the Lord, it's talking about honoring God, recognizing humbly who we are and whose we are, and praising the one who has called us into being and service. Mays does a neat bit with Psalm 31. The psalm has been called a model of a prayer that is confident of being heard. This confidence informs the prayer from start to finish. To pray this psalm is to be led into and instructed in this confidence. But the confidence of the prayer is not in any respect a virtue of the one who prays. It is rather a possibility that is based on the character of the one to whom the prayer is made. The psalm speaks to the Lord as the Element, the God who can be relied on and believed in because he is true to himself and continues always to be what he has shown himself to be. Good stuff, James Mays. And here's the Peterson in a little more modern vernacular. What a stack of blessing you have piled up for those who worship you, ready and waiting for all who run to you to escape an unkind world. You hide them safely away from the opposition. As you slam the door on those oily, mocking faces, you silence the poisonous gossip. Bless God. His love is the wonder of the world. Trapped by a siege, I panicked. Out of sight, out of mind, I said. But you heard me say it. You heard and listened. Love God, all you saints. God takes care of all who stay close to him, but he pays back in full those arrogant enough to go it alone. Be brave, be strong, don't give up, expect God to get here soon. That felt like a very Adventy feel. Be brave, be strong, don't give up, expect God to get here soon. So, not going at it alone, I wish all of you a very blessed day. I hope you have some opportunities to join in prayer as we continue to explore the Psalms and the grace of our God. See you later.